It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency friend. Come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. Let me know if you have any questions. Come on in and join me. This is my 4 o'clock, and we're going to talk all things going live. Appreciate you all being here. So feel free to come in and chat. Um, I am here to make sure that you all are growing and building your community. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate everybody joining me. This is, we're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about mindset. We've been talking about a lot of these features coming on board. So we've been speaking a lot about the TikTok resources out there, and want to make sure I'm answering questions and supporting you all. So feel free to come in and connect. Um, Appreciate everybody joining me. Let me know if there's any questions. Um, Want to make sure I'm answering questions too, friends. In the meantime, make sure that you are also feeling a sense of support. So we'll talk there. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody coming in. We are going to get started in just a few minutes. I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you so much for being here. And feel free to come in, ask questions, and get support. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I am setting up my screen, and making sure all the information is here. So I'm gonna go on the TikTok side a little sooner, seeing how this is Friday, and definitely want to connect with folks. So we're gonna get to talking and chatting over there. I want to make sure I'm supporting people as you guys do um, your live streams. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody being in the room. Go ahead and give me a like if you're here and you're new to my room. Go ahead and say like, and also put a comment in the chat. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber button, and also click the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. Hopefully everybody's well. Let me know if you can hear me, because I've been concerned about my sound lately. Matter of fact, let me turn on the do not disturb, because I've had issues with getting messages that come through. So I want to make sure I don't get disturbed. I appreciate you all coming here. So if you don't mind, click that like button. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you commenting as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click subscribe to the channel, as well as click the bell to let me know, so to let you know when I go live and post content. Some rules of engagement. I say all the time, we got to make sure we do our rules of engagement. So if you are someone who is new, let me know if you're new. Want to make sure we keep it professional. We talk about live streaming here, going live on YouTube, making sure we're actually being very intentional about our live journey. Let's make sure we are not being disruptive in the chat. It is very much about growth, okay? So go ahead and click the bell to get notifications when I go live and post content. Click the subscriber button, but also give me a thumbs up. And then I tell people you have to be 18 years and older to go live on TikTok and on YouTube. So we'll talk about making sure that you are of age. And then I also talk about making sure you are engaging properly. So comments have to be professional. Thank you all for commenting. I appreciate you joining in. If you have questions, let me know. I do co-stream. I'm going to go on TikTok in a second, and we're going to talk over there. I talk all things going live. I am a creator network agency on the TikTok side. So we talk about going live, making sure you're engaging and being intentional about your building your community. Feel free to comment, also engage on this platform, and I do see the comments. I do try to engage properly. So feel free to connect. I haven't changed my setting. Oh gosh. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Okay. All right, friends. We're going to go live in just a second. Let me make sure that's going on. We're going to go live in just a second. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. If you are here still, go ahead and put something in the chat. Say, hello, I'm here. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all joining. This is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Going live right now. This is my 4 o'clock live. So come on in. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you joining. So we're going to get talking and chatting. We do have the shopping cart on right now, so feel free to connect. Hey, Idea Barista, I put on my Do Not Disturb. I do have it on, so hopefully we do not get disturbed and we're able to chat freely. Thank you, everybody who's here. I appreciate everybody who's joining. Hello, hello. If you're new, go ahead and put a thumbs up to say you like the live. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscriber button. And then also make sure you click the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So we're going to get going. I am talking all things live. You guys are laughing at me. Idea Barista. I know. I got to figure that out. It is annoying because I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on for another, I'll keep it on for another 30, 45 minutes after my live. Forget to turn it off. And then I miss messages and text. It's annoying. So I got to figure it out. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate your friend being a subscriber. If you are new, put it in the chat as well. How you all are doing, E-Nurse? How you doing, friend? Appreciate you coming through. Yolanda, how are you as well? Come on in. Let me know where you're from. Appreciate everybody over here as well. So you guys see that I'm co-streaming. So I got my friends on the YT. And then I'm over here on TikTok. So I appreciate everybody coming through. My mod is Idea Barista. Well, you and N is in the wrong space, but it's the agency. I'm a creative network agency on TikTok. So it's about branding yourself, building your community, and going live through the live streaming process, making multiple streams of income. Hello, friends. Come on in. I appreciate you coming. Go. Yes, I love it. So let me know if you are new to the room as well over here on the YT, on the TikTok side. I am well enjoying the cold weather. Ooh. Is it below zero? Like when you say cold, what are we saying? Because I'm thinking Chicago. When you say cold weather, it is cold. Super cold. Thank you so much, Idea Barista. Is the sound, let me know if the sound is good, friend. Yes, that's a different level of cold weather. I was teasing, I wasn't really teasing, but I was talking to Miss Darlene on Written Unstoppable, and she said it felt like it was below zero, and I think they were going to get a high of 25 in Minnesota. And I said, I think Minnesota got Chicago beat on the cold weather. If I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly, it absolutely does have Chicago beat. And yes, there's a different level of cold when you get into Minnesota compared to what Chicago has going on. But yes, I don't miss it. I do like the cooler weather when it gets to like 50. Maybe 60 to me is cold. That's cooler. Cold is like 40s here in Florida. Idea Barista, you said, oh, you put the house rules in there. Okay, friend. Thank you so much. I missed the other comment. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you all who are coming in. Let me share out my live. I have not shared out my own live. Let me share it out. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live as well, I would appreciate it. We're going to get going. I got a couple things I want to just talk about in general. I'm setting my screen. I'm setting my screen now so that we talk a little bit more about preparing ourselves for this next chapter. I put new chapter in 2026 go live. So I'm going to talk about the chapter we're about to embark on. Hey, Q, how you doing, friend? Let me know if you have questions. Hey, guys, let me say this. If you have not joined our new campaign, if you're in the agency, how you doing, Alex? If you are in the agency and have not joined, and all you have to do is click join. If you have not joined the campaign, please do so. I want to make sure we are, um, being as inclusive as possible. It actually is part of, and I have to verify this because I may have to create a new one, but TikTok has a campaign going on for creator networks. So I want to capture as many as possible as we're getting points. Okay, so getting your points as you're engaging in your community. I'm going to play around with some of the different factors in there to make sure there's the most points captured as much as possible. So I want us to all grow. But if you're in the agency, please join the campaign. It is our first official Creator Network campaign. It's our 5th month. We're closing the year out strong. And I want to see if we can get as many points as possible as an agency. Okay. So I appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming in. How you doing, chickens and bullies? I think if you're coming through, appreciate you. Yes, you did come in. How you doing, Crystal? Thank you for joining as well. Mix it up with Gigi. How are you? Thank you both for grabbing those daily heart me's. I appreciate you all coming through, supporting the live stream. So we're gonna have different people come in. I shared on my live. If you don't mind supporting by sharing out the live as well, we'll get some more friends in the room. I do have my shopping cart on. I did that on purpose because TikTok obviously is pushing more traffic to lives that are doing shoppable right now. People are doing their last minute shopping. People are trying to do things to kind of make sure that they're getting all those last minute gifts. And so there's a combination of gifts in there, electronics. There's a variety of packages, gifts and products that TikTok has recommended. So I appreciate you all coming in and sharing out the live as well. So we'll get some more friends in the live. We'll see how this goes. Because yeah, we are seeing, especially our regular lives, we're seeing lower traffic to the live stream. So I think it is very much about how TikTok is diverting the traffic to shoppable lives. Okay, thank you so much. So I appreciate you both being here. Thank you, Idea Barista. Um, in the meantime, I titled this live for based on just having people think about that new chapter. When we think about a new year, it's a new chapter to what's going to happen for us. And so if you're somebody who's sitting back and you're like, you know what, I'm going to keep doing the things I've always been doing, sometimes that means that you have to change what you're doing and maybe even change the people around you. Okay? So sometimes that has to happen. You have to close chapters, close doors, close access in a way for you to grow. Okay? I'm just going to put that out there because I don't know who needs to hear that, but I'm going to just say that because sometimes that needs to happen. Sometimes seasons, people are in your life for a season or a reason. And if they're not helping you elevate and grow, then maybe they're not the person that needs to be around you still. So just think about that. The essential people are the people who are here for you, supporting you, understand you, appreciate you, all the things. I had to do that this year. I'm ready to grow. I heard that, 2024 was a closed chapter year for me. And I did it probably around August of 2024 where things was closing. I have to admit, I closed chapters. I ended a couple different relationships, things that was like really taxing and pulling me away from my time and things I wanted to do. So I had to do that in 2024. 2025 was that adjustment. It was adjustment here. It was the latter part of 2024 was again me growing, me being introduced to TikTok, me being able to have the time to really dive into this because other people were hijacking, taking my time away, distracting me from what I was intended to do. And so once I closed a few of those doors, I was able to give the space and time to focus to what I needed here. I'm now doing that again at the end of this year. I kid you not. And it's one of those things where it actually is important for you to kind of think about, okay, what am I trying to do? And can everybody come along with me? And if you really do that evaluation, your answer should be no. And that's just the reality. Not everybody's going to be able to you're not going to be able to take everybody with you. And so I'm having to do that in a way that says, okay, how do I free up the space and the capacity to do something that I need to get to the next level and not have people who are trying to distract me and take me away from that. And so I'm one of those people where I had to spend the time and just really evaluate what am I trying to achieve. My husband's teasing me because he said I'm on the road to 50, and because of that, I'm being very intentional about my time and my capacity. How you doing, Coach Jennifer? Appreciate you being here, friend. Let's rise. I love that name. Thank you so much for being here and grabbing that daily heart me. I don't know if you were on the other side of the door. He was like, let me come on in here and talk a little bit. But I appreciate you coming in. You're a certified business coach helping women ready to invest, turn experience into a funnable business plan in 4 weeks. I love that. Live biz lessons, and then you put your live times in there Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Appreciate you joining the live stream. But sometimes you have to do that. Okay? So when you think about if you're looking to do something that is radically different, evaluate where your time is being spent. Is it on that thing? Are you making capacity to learn and grow and do it? Or is it other stuff? I probably can count on one hand how many days I spent this year in 2025 having days where I just binge watched television the way I used to. I would just hours, uh, literally weekends, that I would just do that. And to a certain extent, I'm not telling you not to relax, and that was part of my relaxation, my way to unwind. But the reality is, I was spending a lot of time doing that, and then I was spending a lot of time on the phone with people and doing these other things, and those things wasn't helping to grow me. It wasn't elevating me. It wasn't leaving me with any true gratification beyond I just sit there and watched a whole series of movies. And not that I can't do that. I can if I wanted to, but that's not where I want to spend my time now. That's not how I want to spend my time. That's not helping me think about what's next for me. So I'm now reevaluating that in a very intentional way. Hi, like you, friend. How you doing, friend? I'm reevaluating how I'm spending my time, how I'm carving out time for me, space for me, in a way that is going to support what I'm trying to do, not what other people want me to do. You said, what did I miss? I think you said I needed this. What did I miss? You know what, Halaku? Not that you missed anything, because I think we've talked about this in the last few weeks. Just recognizing how are you spending your time, and then we were talking. I was talking specifically about my journey because 2025, I feel like it was important. I was saying in 2024, I had this moment where I had to end some relationships. In 2025, I'm having to do the same thing. I'm having to do the same thing. Now these are my kids. These aren't my husband. I mean, those aren't the relationships I'm talking about. Those are relationships that matter to me. Those are relationships that I'm gonna wake up and I'm worried about my babies. I'm worried about my husband. I want to make sure everybody's safe. Those are relationships that matter to me. But even in those relationships, I say, hey, here's what I need for me. Here's what I'm trying to do for me. Here's how I'm trying to grow. Now the relationships external, I then say, okay, now I want to take note of how you are uplifting me. How are you helping to grow this and flourish this relationship? What are you doing to support our relationship? And if I feel like that relationship is not helping me, not supporting me, not helping me grow, actually taken away, you know, I'm reevaluating that. I was on a group chat. So here's what happened. Just inside information. I was on a group chat, and the group chat kept group chatting constantly. Stuff that was going on, and that's great. I would dial in and check in and see what was going on. I would chime in here and there. Absolutely. But realize that was taking time from me. And at the end of the day, it was almost like a Boris relationship. Like I'm sitting back, thank you so much. How cute, appreciate you. I'm sitting back catching up on stuff, and I'm like, does this stuff really matter to me? Is this stuff helping me? I appreciate being able to know some of this stuff, but I'm not even contributing. Not in any real way. This is taking real estate, rent in my head. I was like, I need everything I got. And so I sent a polite message. I said, hey guys, I appreciate you all. You said, yep. I said, I appreciate all of you. If you need to touch base with me, go ahead and 20. I said, I appreciate all of you. In 2026, I'm doing things a little differently. So if you need to get a hold of me, reach out to me directly. But I'm gonna have to leave this group chat. And I clicked leave group, leave conversation. And I left that conversation behind. And again, that's part of it. If y'all need to touch base with me and y'all need me to know something, y'all message me directly. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't need to be a part of this group chat anymore. It's not. It's not what I need to. That information, if I need to know it, y'all reach out to me directly and I'll know about it. But beyond that, that's great. That's great. You guys celebrating y'all. I appreciate everything that's happening, but there's some things I need to do over here. And I'm reclaiming my time. And so that's what just happened. So just that's just the inside scoop of it. But I said I gotta reclaim my time. I can't let things and other stuff take up so much time. And it's not that I'm trying to abandon friendships and relationships, but I'm trying to recapture my time. I rock with that. This is so hard. It's so sweet. I have to. And my husband, he's teasing like, hey, this must be where you heading in this next half of your life. But I think I am. I'm at that point. I think you allow people to take time and space. That sometimes you don't need them to take the time and space. And it's not that you're, I'm a strong believer of okay, as you put energy out there and people will support you when your time of need and when you are helping others, there's going to be someone that's there for you. I agree with that, but that doesn't mean that I have to be part of a group text. That doesn't mean that I always have to get these messages that are inundating my inbox and my phone where I have to go back and spend 15, 20 minutes to catch up on all the thread. I don't need that. I'm good. I'm okay with that. Hey, Nicole, Dr. Nicole, how you doing, friend? And the events and participation, thank you so much for the Fest Pops. The things that I want to participate in, I'll participate in them. I might or may not. You know, my husband and I, we do little, when we can, we do date nights. And then there's certain events, like if it comes up, we'll try to join. But I don't need to be a part of a group text. You should see the cheer moms chat. Oh Lord, wait a minute. I was a volleyball mom chat. I remember that. Oh Lord, I remember. You said you should see the cheer moms chat. I felt that because I remember that moment. So, I do get it. I do get it. I absolutely get it. That was 2024. I kid you not. Was part of some other little group chats, and I had to leave those chats. I put them on mute. I put them on mute. I had to put them on mute. They still on mute. They still on mute because I was like, this is too much. I can't. This is entirely too much. And so I get it. Now my girl, she's in a junior in college, so she's not doing volleyball anymore. So that ended for me in 2023, technically, the volleyball mom chat. But I was like, y'all, I think now I was so comical because they had a little meet and greet. It was the last volleyball event that they had to do. And I stood there and I said, okay, guys, it was so nice hanging out with you all. Take care. Bye. And I was like, freedom. I was like, I'm done with y'all. I know they was thinking like this woman was so animated. Like, why did she do us like that? Because I was done. I was like, oh yes, all right, it's been a pleasure. I'm like, I'm done. Good evening. How you doing? I'm Brittany Stapo. I will never forget when I said goodbye to the soccer mom. Okay, bye. I feel you. Them chicks get too much of your mind. They do. How you doing, Coach Jennifer? And they absolutely do. Y'all feel me. I'm just saying, y'all, in 2026, we got to move differently. We got to. But to your point, when you're doing it for the kids, you got to do it for the kids. You're doing it you're like, look here. But when you're doing it because you're just doing it, and let's be real, people don't necessarily realize or appreciate what you're giving them. They don't value your time the way you should value your time. They don't. They don't value what you got going on. They just assume whatever they put out there, whatever you're doing, whatever event, they get so much short stuff, you need to get on board. They only get what you let them get. Thank you. Exactly. They only get what you let them get. That's it. That's it. One of these, and I'm gonna dissect this a little bit more because one of the groups that one of the group chats, the group chat I just left today, it was a group chat where our daughters, now my daughters are junior in college, our daughters connected, and so this group of moms we connected, and recognizing that we connected because of our daughters. Now our daughters have now spread their wings and gone to different places. Just be real about it. They all gone different places, different colleges. They're in different places, but we still have this group chat. And one of the moms was very. You know how you have the mom that is always planning gatherings and stuff. So she's very much used to that role. And if she has something going on, you got to jump on board. You got to all hands on deck type mentality. It takes a village, that type of mentality. Not that I disagree with that. Not that I disagree with it. But at the same time, you got to respect that my village over here got other stuff going on too. Now, what you got going on doesn't mean that I need to stop all things I'm doing and it has to be all hands on deck. And I realized that was taking up a lot of my time too. Because now all of a sudden I got to plan and do stuff that I didn't have on my agenda. And now I'm getting invited to things that actually I'm good. I don't need to necessarily go to that. I'm good. I'm okay with saying no now. I'm okay with reclaiming my time. I know that mom. Do you know that mom for real? How like you? Do you know that mom? Seriously, and there are people like this, and if you say no, they take offense to it. Or if you tell them that what they're doing is too much, you're doing too much. They take offense to that too, and not respect the fact that you got other stuff going on. Not even ask. I mean, that's the thing about it. And so yeah, that always she always got stuff going. Always got stuff going on. Always. And when you say, hey, you know what? I would have appreciated a thank you. My friend who came in, and I'll use her as an example. You guys know I went to New York to go watch the marathon. When made that decision to go with her, she absolutely said, "How can I support? I know you got a lot going on." She said, "You know what? You don't have to do this. I'm totally fine with this." I said, "No, I'm a grown woman. I said I love to come." And then obviously I made it a business trip too. But realize, and I said, that's the type of friendship I want, where you respect and value and appreciate my time. You respect that I'm doing something else and I could be doing any other thing, but you recognize that what I'm doing is special. It is going it is appreciated because I didn't have to do it. I didn't. And that person, that's why I said I had to get out the group chat, because that person again was trying to co-op my time for the holidays, for all, all types of stuff. And I was like, you know what? 2026, I'm gonna move differently. I'm good. This is not a relationship I need to take into the next year. I'm okay. My daughter, if she chooses to be friends with their daughters, that's totally up to her. But for me, I need to move differently. So I say that because I bring this to y'all, and I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not dumping too much information. But I think sometimes we do things out of habit, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to have this habit anymore. That's exactly what I had to do here on TikTok. I had to do on TikTok. I put my pinky finger up and leave. He said you love. I feel you, friend. Yeah, certain things like look here, just really quickly on a TikTok perspective. TikTok is telling us now who we are subscribed to. So we're getting the notifications because we weren't getting that before. And so sometimes we subscribe to things early in our journey and we still subscribe. And so now we can make decisions because now we're getting those notifications. So just know that that's a big piece of it too. He said, I choose me. That's it. You got to choose you. You got to choose you. So just really quickly, some of you came in the room. I was sharing the story about me belonging to a mom's group chat. Okay, you said excellent point. Yep, I belong to a mom's group chat that was taking up a lot of my time when I would come off my meetings, when I would sit down and have a minute in the middle of the night or late at night. I would have to go back and look at all these messages in this group chat. I was like, why am I in this group chat? Why am I doing this to myself? Why is there so many things being coordinated and talked about, done and stuff? And I'm now feeling like I'm the person that ain't responding, first of all, y'all, because I ain't got time to respond. But also I'm feeling bad because I'm not participating because I ain't got time to participate. And if I wanted to participate, then I'm like, oh, this ain't where I want to be. This is my time just got co-opted in a way that I didn't even ask for. And if I wanted to do stuff and if I wanted to hang out, I have the choice to do that. I have plenty of people I can reach out to and, hey, let's go get grab lunch. Let's do this, let's do that. But now, obviously in the holidays, that happens all the time to us. People are planning this and people are doing this, and all of a sudden you had to get up and go. And that's fine. That was fine for me when I was younger and I had the kids and doing all the stuff. But now I'm at this stage in my life, I'm like, I'm not taking that in 2026. So I sent a little polite message saying, hey guys, I appreciate y'all and all the communication. If you need to get a hold of me, contact me directly. In 2026, I'm doing things differently. That's it. And I clicked leave the conversation, and I left the conversation. And I'm okay with leaving that conversation behind. And anything I miss out on, I'm okay with missing out. But that's how I'm moving this year. And so when we think about a new chapter, and thank you for that daily heartbeat, friend, and thinking about our 2026, that we got to be intentional about what are we trying to do. And I'm not saying it has to be TikTok. Thank you so much. But I'm saying, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing for you? Are people co-opting your time in a way that is not elevating you and helping you? How you doing, friend? So how are you thinking about what's for me? And so that particular group, in the ringleader of that group, was taking my time and not really appreciating my time either. That's the whole other thing of it. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Is it Silda? Thank you so much, Silda. So I realized it's time for me to go. The ringleader, I know she was. Always playing and stuff, always doing this, always doing. Come on now, anybody got time for that? And so I realized I gotta let it go. I gotta let it go. I'm not doing this. My time is valuable to me. What I do is valuable. How I move is valuable. In the words of my mama, make busy people make me tired. I used to feel so guilty for wanting to spend my own time on my own interests. I did too. I did too. I did too. You feel guilty for it. You literally feel guilty for it. I can admit that. You feel guilty for saying I don't want to do something. You feel guilty for stepping up for yourself. And in this particular friend group, her in particular, make you feel bad if you don't do the village, if you don't put all hands on deck and support whatever she got going on. But when you got something going on and you don't want to do that, then you feel guilty for saying no because everybody else didn't jump in. And so, again, I'm at a different season. Obviously, that friendship was predicated on the girls. And now I'm at a point in my life, it's like, okay, that's good. The girls can have their friendship. I can have my time back. I can do things I want to do. I can get out of this little cliquish behavior. I'm good. I'm moving on. And so I had to do that. It's funny, my husband was teasing me. He was like, you did that in 2024. You got rid of some things in 2024. He said, so what is this, the new clean house? And I said, I have to. I said, I have to. I have to find the space for me. I can't sit back and let people hijack my time. Sit there and take what I find valuable. And right now, time is valuable to me. And things that were part of what I needed previously. And we all know the saying, people are in your life for a season and a reason. Season and a reason. And now I'm going into this next chapter. That season and reason doesn't exist. I told that to my husband. He's like, you're going to pick up some new people. You know that, don't you? I was like, yeah, that's fine, but that's on my terms. And he was more or less talking about my son being a 5-year-old. So you figure he has to get through his development. He's like, you're going to pick up some new folks along the way for him. I was like, no, I'm going to be that older parent that says, I ain't doing all that. You said we always do. I'm going to be the one to say, oh, his mama never participated. I sure don't. I don't. I do what I want to do. I'm at that point in my life where I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my voice. And I've done things for people and other things that people wanted me to do because they thought that that's what we should be doing. And now I'm at a point like, I'm good. I don't need to do that. And so that's me trying to, obviously it's not what other people would want to do. People are lessons or a blessing. I love that. They're a lesson or a blessing. That is true. That is absolutely true. So 2026 is going to be a new version of who I am because I'm not going to be the person always in a group chat and trying to catch up on what happened. That's something I let go. I let that go. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be a person that at the end of the day, I'm going to focus on what I got going on and what's happening in my household and the people who are important to me. I will we're gonna make sure that they're okay. But other things that I was doing because I felt like I had to do it, I don't have to do that anymore. I absolutely don't have to do that anymore. So that's the transformation. And I don't know who needed to hear that, but that's something that I made a decision today and I had to take that, reclaim my time. Sports moms stay attached because of their own weird control issues. Ooh, I didn't think about it like that. That's true. That's it. Yeah. They stay attached because of their own weird control issues. Yeah, I agree with that. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. I believe that. And so yeah, for me, I'm detaching myself from that community. I am detaching myself, and that's how I feel about it. And I'll say this, y'all. Some of them need that role to feel important and seen. Ooh, that's possible. I could see that. I could see that. Hello, friend. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I could see that. And you figured that was their identity. A lot of times, what we do for our kids, how we're moving, that is so true. Yeah, that was our identity. And so now we're in this space where that identity we don't have anymore because our kids are not athletes, they're not young, they're not. So all these things we don't need anymore. How you doing, Wendy? It's good to see you, friend. Hello, hello. And so I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my space. I'm taking that off my to-do list again. Make busy person. At least that's what the soccer mom PTA mafia like. That's how they like. That's how they are. I had to run from the football mom group. I just told them I have to go. I have to go. Yeah, I have to go. Y'all feel me. Y'all feel me because I think this is like something we've all probably have dealt with. If we've been in any kind of group chat, if we've had to deal with any um, extended family group chats or any of our kids' sports and other activities, and we're in these group chats and the group meets and all this other stuff. You guys feel me. And again, the group chat that I left is because it was predicated on our daughters, and our daughters are 20s. They're in their third year of college. Now, granted, they still are growing and developing and very great, smart young women. Love them dearly. But what I'm not going to do is really spend my time constantly doing as a way to, support one person's need to always have something going on, or with the expectation that I need to drop what I'm doing and all hands on deck. And there's no gratitude and appreciation that I dropped what I was doing and I put all hands on deck. And now we here. So I don't have time for people who are inconsiderate, but I also don't have time for people who are taking my time like that. Wait until we have one of those live chats, honey. I have some stories. Do you really? Do you really? We'll you're gonna come in. We'll do a voice chat. We're gonna talk about all our issues. I love that. Maybe I'll do it even tonight. We'll see. You said I last about 2 days in a family group chat. Did you? You said 2 days. You said they need to go learn manga. Is that it? Manga? I think that's it. Is that it? Let me know, friend, if I said that right. Yes, there. Yeah, it's interesting. So I end up those people have no life. They don't. Everything they're doing is predicated around their kids and trying to stay to Halaku's points, trying to stay in control and relevant. And don't appreciate that other people have stuff going on. Okay. So I end up leaving that group chat, y'all. And what was happening, and I'll be honest with you, like I said, in the evenings, you guys know how much I'm in these streets. You know how much I've been trying to go. When it's time for me to actually sit down and look at my phone, I don't need to go through messages for 20 minutes because a group chat has been going. I don't have time for that. And that's not how I want to spend my time. And then I got to try to figure out, oh, well, this thing is happening. How do I fit it in? Oh, this thing is going on. How do I make sure I'm not being shady? I don't want to worry about that. So I'm leaving the chat conversation. And if you need me, then message me individually. And then we'll talk because I don't want to feel guilty about not participating in something that you planned for my time. I'm good. So, helicopter moms, yes, yes. So I've moved on. So that's where this conversation came from because in 2026 I'm doing things differently. He said I'm on a daily word group chat. I struggle to keep from giving them tips to improve their content. How cute. You said I see it. I see how y'all can fix this and improve. I love it. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much. And my time matters. My time matters to me. Ashley, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. My time is valuable. In 2026, my time is my biggest commodity. And I have to be protective of it. I have to be protective of my time, just like I'm protective of my kids. Just like I'm protective of my marriage, my relationship. I have to protect my time too. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna let people take my time away and use it and not appreciate it. You say you got that right. It is. It is. You know, we often, in order to save our time, we often would spend money. Because I was that parent too. I didn't want to be in a PTA. So I'm like, I'll give y'all some money. I ain't doing this. If you take our community and content seriously, we have to protect our time ruthlessly. I believe that. Exactly. I believe that. Yes. That's how I operate. You said my time matters to me. I don't have time for all the other stuff. Y'all laughing at me about the PTA. And I tell you, I got the 5-year old. Y'all, we was so shady yesterday. I leaned to my husband. We were in this line waiting to go in. They had the holiday after his after school program. They did a holiday event. The holiday songs. He's kindergarten. Hey, how cute. So he's kindergarten, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I remember leaning to my husband. I leaned to him. We was in this line waiting for them to open up the doors. And I said, if he kindergarten, I said, I hope they release the kindergartners. So we ain't gotta stay there and watch all these other kids. I know that sounded mean, y'all, but I ain't got time. Okay? I ain't got time. So so what happened is the kindergartners went first. The kindergartners always go first. The kindergartners went first. And you should have saw my face when the teacher walked the little kindergartners over to the side and the kids started going to their parents. And my son didn't see us because we was in the middle. Remember, he didn't see us at first. So we were in the middle. I looked, I was like, oh, they releasing these kids to their parents. I walked up, ran over there. I left my husband sitting there. I said, let me go get my baby. He said, I'm so sorry. I hated all those darn. Yes, the kindergarten performances. No, bring my kid up so I can leave. I got up. I didn't even say nothing to him. I got up. I saw what was happening. I know you was glad. I went and saw his little face. He said, Mommy. I said, come on, baby. So I went back to my husband. I said, hey, we can leave. He said, we're going to go get some juice. Let's go get some juice. And it was in the back of the room. We got up, got him some juice, and walked right out that door. I was like, we are not going to do this. I'm not sitting here watching these other folks' kids for the next hour. So I know that sounds mean, but I'm just saying, y'all, my time is my biggest commodity right now. I don't have time for that, okay? When I think about what's important, what I want to do, I don't have time to be sitting there looking like, oh, yeah, that was good. You said, I feel you, sis, exactly. I don't want y'all to be like Dr. Lisa is mean. Don't say I'm mean, but I'm just saying, y'all, these are real life strategies. We business women. Those shows can drag out, I know. And I was like, when they were younger, when my other kids were younger, we stayed there the whole thing. We felt like, oh, it's an obligation. Other people, you don't want people to leave for your kids, and nobody's in the audience. All that stuff went in my head. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not doing this. He got different parents now. Maybe he want to see his friends and all this other stuff. We'll see once he gets older, but he's kindergarten now, so we good. We are good. No, this isn't me. Those kids singing off key. It wasn't good. And wait a minute, why was my little boy? They had all the girls in the front. So the girls looked cute in the front, the boys in the back, and some girl with a big bow on her head. You couldn't even see his little head. I didn't even see my son. I ain't sent no pictures, no video to nobody because I was like, you can't even see him. so, so I was like, whatever. I was like, this is the difference between having a boy and a girl. I was like, oh my gosh. He said, I'll do the same thing. So I was out of there, y'all. He said, off all the keys. Lights are bright. They can't see how many people are watching him. I know. He didn't see us. We were in the middle of the aisle. Yeah, he said, this is too funny. Yes. I mean, I was like, okay, we're in the middle of the aisle. He don't see us. He way behind some girl with this big bow on her head. I could barely see him. She moved to the side. I got a glimpse of his face. The camera shaking. I was like, you know what? I can't even share this with nobody. So my husband has perfect pitched the songs from Tone Deaf Children Hurt His Ears. Oh my gosh. so so seriously, y'all, time in 2026, we are reclaiming our time. We got to reclaim our time. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to have y'all put out of y'all family. If you choose to leave your family group chats, that's on you. I made a conscious decision to leave my group chat. And this ain't even a family. Like I said, this is other people. And so I'm out. I'm reclaiming my time. I don't have time for this. And then I don't have time for it if it's asking me to do more stuff that I don't want to have to do. I ain't trying to plan and coordinate. I'm good. I'm good. And so that's how I'm operating this year. This year is all about, okay, what is going to be things I'm trying to do? You say you preaching. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to achieve? And if you are always something that's an output for me, you know what I'm saying? I I I can't do it. It's more my time. It's more my energy. It's more my focus. My focus. I can't spend 20 minutes looking at a group chat and seeing what's happening and trying to catch up and trying to do all the things. I can't do that, and I don't want to do it. You know. My husband, so thank you so much, Mrs. Treetop. How you doing, friend? My husband, so I told you I turn 50 next year. And so my husband's trying to plan some things for us to do. I'll do a vacation and stuff. And I said, normally this is a group chat that I would normally share out. I have like two different friend groups that I would say, hey, we're doing this. He said, don't tell nobody. He said, no, don't tell nobody. I said, you don't want me to tell nobody? I said, I feel bad. And then, they always sharing. They always saying stuff. I feel like that's what we do. He said, no, we ain't got to do that. He said, no, I don't want you to tell nobody. I don't have to worry about planning around other people's things and what they want to do. He said, don't tell nobody. I was like, all right. And so that's the mentality. He said, no, ma'am. He said, no, we're not gonna do that. He said, this is your birthday. This is about you. So we ain't doing nothing. Nothing where other people wants to do something else and they taking over our trip. I was like, all right, girl. Just imagine when they find out that you are the event planner for the Beanie Baby Company. How you doing, Parker? Yeah, men get right to it. They do. They do. They really do. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you all joining. They do. He's that way. He's kind of so he really is my your yin to your yang, and so he knows how I have I'm an introvert. I say that all the time. And the things that make me have to be extroverted, it's fine in that moment and I can turn it on, turn it off. But for the most part, I love my solitude. I love my introverted ways. He's similar. He'll do groups and family and stuff like that. He'll do it real quick and he comes back. And he's one of those that football, his sports on the weekends, hanging out, doing some errands. And, we got a couple little projects we're doing. He takes care of that type of stuff, but he loves his peace. So he's definitely that type of personality. And so when he saw that he's seen it over the years, he's like, oh, we got to do this now, and this group wants to do it. And so I would come back and share stuff. He was like, okay, and he would do it, but it's not something he always wanted to do. So when I asked him about plans and sharing out, he's like, don't do that. Let's just make it you and me. I could listen to this all day. You so funny. Like, you know, cute. Baby, my life was a mess. I would never go to any meetings at all. I know. They like, hey, you playing that. You get delegated stuff. Absolutely. You get delegated stuff. And then with the group chat I just left, even if I wanted to offer my ideas and suggestions, the ringleader, and there's one or two other women, they always had something else that they wanted to do. They thought that they were event planners, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like, oh well, we'll do this, and this is how it's gonna go, and this, and I'm just there as a do it girl, and I was like, enough of my time, and then you don't appreciate my time, so enough of my time. I can't do this anymore. So again, it was another event that was being planned. I was like, I'm good. I don't need to do this, and so that's how you have to do sometimes. I mean, I know it's not easy for us, but in 2026, it's very much about how are we reclaiming our time? How are people taking our time and taking advantage of our time? Okay? And if you feel like hello friend, how you doing? If you feel like you have been taken advantage of and people don't appreciate it, and you find yourself constantly having to catch up and do stuff for other folks, or maybe you're in a group chat, or maybe you have this person that constantly texts you and reaching out to you, and they're not a person that really matters to you. Hey, you doing, Amanda? Then I would encourage you to reevaluate. I would encourage you to reevaluate that relationship. We do hotels. We can get up when we want or not. Not dealing with you. You say not deal. I need to get at that stage. I ain't there yet. I still got the 5-year-old. I want to be there. Like I don't do kids no more. You said ours are grown. I heard that. I ain't there yet. I'm gonna be there at some point, but I want to get to the point where I say I don't do kids. If it's just us and adults, that's what we'll do. I'm not there yet, y'all. This new the Change Your Life baby. We're gonna be with him for a minute. We're gonna be up and rock with him for a little while. But still, as you can tell, I lead kindergarten after school holiday parties and events. What do they call it? The holiday performances. I leave those. I ain't sitting there. My time matters. The other thing is to stop supporting people who never stop by your live not once. Ooh, you gotta make a decision on that too. You got to make a decision in these TikTok streets. You got to make a decision on what's the value added to any of those relationships. Where's the value added? And again, what does that mean for you to support people who supporting you? You can look at your fan club. You can look at your super fans. You can look at your gift gallery. That's where you can kind of make decisions. You said that's a good point. It might be necessary to move away from the specifics, commitment in order to move forward. That's true. That's true. You're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to decide. Yeah. I just feel like at this point, whether it's on TikTok or any place, you gotta evaluate your time. You got to evaluate your time. Now, for me, I'm trying to make sure I make time where it matters when it comes to supporting people in the agency, just seeing people grow. What does that look like for being available? And I'm trying to now negotiate what does it mean now that the agency's grown a little bit more and more people are trying to go live. Not everybody, but more people are trying to go live. How do I make sure that everybody gets the same level of support? Because we've got some people who started from the beginning. Now we got people who are coming in and they're still learning. So I'm still trying to make sure I negotiate that time. But I definitely don't have time to be in no group chat to now talk about next other events for other folks that's going on that is not something I'm trying to coordinate, not something that matters to me. I do try to visit our lives, getting back to my 5 to 7 different live support a day. Okay, that's a good strategy. TikTok has a couple campaigns about that too, in terms of how you support as viewers. So I think that's going to be important for people to pay attention to. If you are looking at some of the different campaigns, See what are the requirements for the viewer side. Sometimes they have the live host side and then the viewer side because they want you to also think of your role as a viewer. Okay, so I would definitely take a look at some of those things too. And as a viewer, you're getting credit for being in those campaigns. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining. We are sitting here talking. I'm talking about the new chapter, 2026. I named it that on purpose. I need to get back to doing my lives. Make sure, just prioritize it for 2026. When you think about this new year, what does it mean to add it into your schedule a couple times a week? And then you can decide if you want to add more. It's up to you, but it's gonna take that commitment. It's going to take you figuring out how do you fit it in. Because if you do pop-ups, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, the pop-ups to me are helpful if you are already created a community that should expect you to show up. They're waiting for you. They wanna see more of you, and then you add the pop-ups here and there. Here's the problem when you just make it pop-ups. People never get to know when you're going to be available. You're popping up. And then when you pop up, they're not available. And they could have been your biggest supporter. But you popped up at a time that they wasn't necessarily on that or even thinking about being able to come to your live stream because it was done as a pop-up. So definitely offer a schedule and then offer some pop-ups where you can support people. For me, the voice chat, I do that as a pop-up a little bit, just trying to figure that out. And what I do, what I've made is kind of like a chat and chill. People ask questions, we kind of connect, and we go in the boxes. I have the music playing, so I've done that a little bit. Obviously, I'm paying attention to my league, so that's also helping me with my league growth. If I need to turn that on as well, so just recognizing that you got to make that schedule for your people. I've scaled back on visiting lives and my time on TikTok. Yeah, so you're trying to figure out time for your other stuff that you need to do because I know you're an artist and you're trying to get your business back up and not back up, but your business running efficiently too. So I get it. Hey pals, how you doing, friend? And again, your time is your biggest commodity. And so what does it mean to use this in a way that's going to support your business or build and grow here in this space if you choose to do that? You just got to realize where you want to spend your time. Hey, how you doing, favorite? How you doing, Bloom? Thank you so much. I need to change my schedule to my bio because 6:30 is working a little better for me. I love that. Yeah, update your bio. So if you come up with a schedule, yeah, definitely put in your bio. Yep, TikTok is one part of the whole picture. I have to manage that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you all who are coming in. Midland Dog, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, friend. Absolutely. I understand. Thank you for those populars. Favorite. How you doing, Eugene? So we were talking. So I titled this The New Chapter 2026 Go Live. So I put that in there because obviously I'm always talking about go live. Thank you. Hey, Nika Grace. But really started this out by saying, how do you reclaim your time? How do you reclaim your time? How do you become intentional about what you're trying to do in this next year? Okay? And it may be a scaled approach to it. You don't have to be all or nothing. But for me, when I left that group chat on my phone, it was a group chat on my phone. When I made the decision to leave that group chat, that was very freeing. So I'm bringing that to you all today because I literally just did this during my 2 o'clock break, and I said, you know what, I gotta go. Gotta go. Because what was happening is they started chatting and stuff. There was some stuff going on this weekend and they were chatting about it. I was like, first of all, I'm not participating. So I'm hearing all the chatter about something I'm not participating in. And then second of all, I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. 2026 is going to be a new year for me. I'm moving differently. And I'm okay with moving differently. People are not going to co-opt my time in a way that is not serving me at all. I'm not going to allow them to do that because that's me. I'm allowing them to do that. That ain't on them. That's what I allowed. You said preach. So I gotta take the blame for that. And now I gotta say, okay, I allowed you to do that. You're right. I allowed you to do that. Now I need to reclaim my time. And now I know I'm not gonna let you or anybody co-opt my time in that way anymore. So the time that I was spending sitting on my sofa trying to catch up on messages, trying to write stuff down to see what I missed and how I fit it in, and then have to talk to my husband and say, hey, can we do this, Eddie? And he was like, hey, we got this going on, blah, blah. And now I have to go back and send a message back. I was like, no, I'm good. You said, I know that's right. Literally, that became a project. And I was like, I don't need no extra projects. I gotta go talk to him, see what he got going on, talk to them, go back, look at dates, do this, do that. And then depending on what was going on, gotta go in the car, gotta go shopping, gotta do this, gotta do. I'm not doing that. I'm done. My time is valuable, especially for people who don't appreciate my time, especially for people who have no respect for all the things I'm juggling and just assume that I'm just sitting back on TikTok all the time, which I am. But I think this is where I want to be, and this is valuable to me. And I appreciate all y'all, and I appreciate what I'm doing. So this is where I want to be. I don't want to be in those streets over there. I don't want to do that. I don't want you to do what you want me to do. And so now I'm reclaiming my time. You know? And so if I don't know who needed to hear this, is something that happened to me. And you said, guard your time and energy like your bars of gold. I love that. That's it. Bloom, you are absolutely right. You got to. You absolutely got to. And if you're not, you're allowing things to happen to you. To a certain extent, you got to take the fall for that. You can't expect people to protect your time and value you the way you value you. You can't. They will never meet your expectations. And if they are that type of person, then that's not a person you need to be associated with. And that, at least that's how I feel. And that's a person. Thank you. That's super cute. The holiday gifts. Appreciate you. The gingerbread man. 2026 boundary check. That's it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Nika Grace 38. Look at you, Fred. Look at her. 38. Wow. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Level 38. Nika hit level 38 in the room. Thank you for being here, friend. Yes, level up. Look at you, level up stickers. Let's put some level up stickers for Nika. Look at you, friend, leveling up in the room. Appreciate you. But yeah, you're right. And at some point, you got to say, okay, what do you want in next year? And so for me, I'm hoping, if nothing else, by me leaving those group chats, because they had two different group chats. It was weird. I don't know why two different chats was created, but it was. I was like, let me leave. Let me leave both these chats because we're using this in two different ways and I'm not understanding. I think there was like one person in one group, one person wasn't. I was like, let me leave both these chats. And at the end of the day, I realized that chat, that situation was probably consuming at least 5 to 10 hours a week of mine. Just from phone conversations, group chat conversations. I don't have that time. I don't have that time. You said, what is a group chat about? It was a friend. It's on my phone. This ain't in TikTok. This is on my phone. These are friends, older friends, because these are my daughter's friends. That's where I shared this story. This is a group that was formed because all of our daughters are now 20. They're now juniors in college. And this is the moms of that group. And I realized this group was created because of that relationship. And that relationship is part of my past, and so I need to let that go. Our daughters are doing great. They're moving in different directions, and that's fine. And at the end of the day, I don't need to be a part of a group chat that's taking up that much of my time, because that group chat was taking up time for me to sit and catch up on the messages, time for me to talk on the phone to different people, and in between going live and visiting, doing all the things, I'm talking on the phone and catching up and having these conversations. It was taking up time. And then I told you, the ringleader person was not appreciative of the time. I'm one of those people where my love language is thoughtful words. Was what somebody put the right verbiage in the chat for me, but it's the compliments, the words that people say. That's my love language. You don't have to buy me anything. And so when you guys say little compliments and stuff like that, that's my love language. I appreciate that because I feel like I'm making an impact. When I have somebody who doesn't appreciate words of affirmation, thank you so much. I knew y'all was gonna know the right word. Words of affirmation. That's my love language. I don't need gifts. I don't need all that stuff. I expect my husband to give me a gift. I don't expect that for y'all. And so just recognize the words of affirmation matter to me. And so if people aren't doing that, and to a certain extent, but yet I spent my time, I did all this work, I did all this stuff, that's a problem. So I told you guys with my friend who went to New York and I went with her, obviously I made that a business trip too, but at the same time, she was so appreciative. She was like, I can't believe you dropped everything for me. I know you got your family, I know you got your kids, I know you got your TikTok community. She said, but you did this for me. She said, you did not have to do that. And so she was just so appreciative of me taking the time in that way. 200 minutes. Congratulations, Guitar America. Appreciate you. And so for me, that matters. That's a friendship I could keep for the rest of my life. That's a friendship I will go to the moon and back for. That's the type of friendships I'm looking for. People who understand that everything that happens here is not in my life, that is not something where I take trivial. I mean, my time matters. And so you need people in your life that will respect and appreciate your time. I love this, Dr. Lisa. Yes, take back your time. Yes. And if people think of your time in a way where, the comment was made, like it takes a village and all hands on deck, that type of mindset means that you don't appreciate and value that I got other stuff going on. And the comment really should be, hey, I realize you got other stuff going on. If you don't mind taking the time out to help me with this event, I would appreciate if we can get as many people as possible to support in this way, because I want to do this event. I got this going on, and your time and your effort and your support really matters to me. That to me is somebody who appreciates what I'm doing. And that's not an all hands on deck up. That's the all hands on deck approach that says I understand that what's happening here couldn't happen without my village, without my people supporting me. Not the expectation that people are going to do stuff for you regardless. And so that's what that group chat was symbolizing. It was people who didn't value and appreciate my time. And I'm not going into 2026 with people who are like that. I can't. I won't. And, at the end of the day, my time matters to me. And the appreciation of my time matters. So, the first part of the year, one of my dearest friends, you guys know, she's dealing with breast cancer. Literally, I bought a plane ticket to go visit her. So I'm gonna go live in Chicago, but I bought a plane ticket to go visit her in the middle of January, because again, I want to support her. I want to be part of her support team, and that to me matters. That to me is an all hands on deck. And she said that in a very, very kind way, to say, hey guys, let me know if you don't mind coming through when I'm doing my chemo sessions. I want to make sure I always have somebody there with me. However you guys can support. She had like a group text that she sent to like 10 of us. However you can support. Now I had already spoken to her privately because this is one of my besties. And so she knew I was going to do it. I just had to confirm the dates. But that to me, in that type of message, is like, okay, we're here for you. We got you. We recognize that your family can be there for you, but we are an additional support system. Those are the people who matter. And so just recognizing that people are taking your time in a way that don't value and appreciate it, then yeah, you might want to reevaluate how you are allowing them to do that. People will siphon your energy with a straw if you let them. Yes. Oh, Bloom, Bloom. What you doing? You're pulling it up so effortlessly. Let me tell you, they gotta go. They gotta go, favorite. They do. They do. So just think about that. I don't want you guys to go in this year, and if you got those situations going on, you might need. You said hi again. How you D? How you doing, D? You might need to reevaluate what's going on in your life. I'm just gonna say that your time is your biggest commodity. Every message I've heard in every room today was spoken directly to me. Really? It flows like that sometimes. Look at you, Fred. He said it flows. I love it. You are hot, friend. I love it. He's like every message. He's like sometimes it just flows like that. But that matters. It absolutely matters. So that's where I started off. I started this live. I said new chapter 2026 because me that happened before I came live. And sometimes when situations happen, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me bring this to the space because I think it's important for people just to hear it. Because I don't know if people are in the same situation I was in where you're doing. First of all, nobody's really appreciating all that you're trying to do. But on top of that, people are taking your time in a way that's not supporting you, not elevating you, not transforming you. You're just doing it because you feel obligated. You feel guilty if you don't do it. And so if that is you, I would say you might want to reevaluate what happens next year for you. I was just talking to my mom last night about things I need to do. I need to let go of in 2026. Yeah, that's it. Things you need to let go of. You know, and it's hurtful. Don't get me wrong, because as you decide to do something like this, to me, this is radical. To leave a group of people behind, to let that go. These are people who I literally in my phone, out of habit, I would sit down and catch up on messages. Now, honestly, I'm kind of excited because now I got that time back. I'm excited about it. But when I made that decision at that moment, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna sting a little bit. This is gonna sting a little bit." But I need to do this because this has been a long time coming, and I just need to make sure I do it before I go into the next year. And this is part of what I'm dragging into the next year. I can't do it anymore, and I'm not going to. Yeah, I let go a long time ago. That includes family. Just because we have the same bloodline doesn't mean it. I love that. I love that. Sometimes you got to. Fortunately, my sister, I got one blood sister, and then I got two brothers. We never got, so my sibling group, we never got into a family group chat. We text individually, and then my father passed away during COVID actually, and as obviously from complications from COVID actually, and so that was like the one time we started messaging as a family, as a sibling group, just to make sure we were doing coordination. That chat is still out there. We don't chat that way though. We'll chat to each other individually, and honestly, I guess from a group chat perspective, I've never had to really, deal with family from that perspective. So what I'm talking about and what I've had to deal with is these other groups, these extended groups that I have created. And that to me is also very time consuming. They take up a lot of your time. They're doing things, they're planning things, coordinating things that they don't respect that you got time, that you got to allocate to that now, that you got other stuff going on. And those type of chats, those type of group chats, they are they will hijack your time and your energy. And so that's where I'm saying, like, what does this look like? And for me, it was one of those things where I had to make a conscious decision. Hey guys, I'm leaving this group chat. Yeah. Unfriend, unfamily, unfollow these funky people. Now, Bloom, you went in another direction with that one. Bloom said, look here. He said, let me just say this. Let me just be direct. I ain't using no extraness. I'm just gonna say these funky people. You said that's my motto. So yeah, so I was a bit radical today, but I did it, y'all. I did it. So I found some time in my week. I found some time in my day. I reclaimed it. I reclaimed that time. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I'm just saying. You said it's a Mars Mercury. All I do is direct. Is that what I'm experiencing? I'm doing directness right now. I just ignore them even when they show up at the door. You so funny. Baby, how you doing, friend? You said you ignore them. It's funny. This particular mom, I wouldn't be surprised if she rung my doorbell. Then I would have to ignore it. I would be that person because I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for it. I'm not trying to make time for it. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm good. Okay. So I probably would absolutely ignore it. I agree with Black Lotus. Imbalance has a way of coming to the light and let go for good, no matter who. Ooh, Look at y'all. Y'all poetic today. All of y'all. Y'all doing it. Okay. Mercury is how you communicate in your chart. I'm a Mars, I'm sorry, Aries Mercury. So I'm very direct. Oh, okay. What am I? If I'm a Cancer, Cancer Mercury, what does that mean? Am I direct? I gotta look at my chart. He was like, I can't tell you. Look at your chart, huh? I did do, I did my chart, so I need to go back and look. I'll look for Mercury and see how I communicate. Um, so I'll definitely look at it because I still have it open actually. Thank you so much. Cancer is in the fields. Oh, so is that why I felt guilty for a second there? Thank you so much, E Nurse. Is that what that was? My feelings. My feelings was a little touched by it. I was like, ooh, this is gonna sting a little bit. I think that was the feeling. So yes, okay, okay. Oh, glam is glam. I can't accept because I have my shopping cart on. I'm gonna have to message her. I'm gonna let it because I have my shopping cart on. I'll message her later because I don't want to get in trouble with my shopping cart being on. I don't know why she was able to message me because it should have said that the shopping cart is on. So interesting. Yeah, one of our people, she was trying to co-host with me, but I again my shopping cart is on, so I don't want to pull her up right now. But hey L, how you doing, friend? So long story short, y'all. Yeah, look at your evaluate your time, evaluate what you're doing. I know Leanne said, hey L, how you doing? Leanne said, she had to evaluate her time when it came to her other projects and TikTok. And what does that mean to engage in that way? Um, Leanne, you were on twice. I mean, you were on twice yesterday, technically. You did a morning and you did a pretty lengthy evening one too. And then you came back in the morning again. So I feel you, friend, if your time is feeling compromised. Thank you for that daily art me. I can relate to, how do you find that balance? What does it mean to do it all? And in between days where you're trying to get some projects done. I get it. I'm about two lives. Okay, I'm doing two lives on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay, that's good. So that's the schedule you're gonna do. I like that. I know for me, obviously the days when I have meetings sprinkled in, I feel like I'm moving. Morning, evening. I got all the stuff going on, and it does seem challenging to fit it all in. But it's fine because I think again that's. Thank you so much, Janine. I think that's kind of where I feel like I'm supporting you all too because I want to make sure you guys get what you need as well. Okay, so that's part of the playing the strategy. Thank you for that daily heart me. Um, didn't hear who we were talking about, but I'm pretty sure I spoke for the room. We appreciate you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You know what? I'm not talking about anybody here in the family in the group. I'm not. I'm talking about my extended groups. I came on saying, I named this live New Chapter 2026 go live, but I named it that way on purpose because what I was saying is that I had experienced the situation where I had to leave a group chat, not here on TikTok. It was a group chat on my phone, on my, you have the text messages. Somebody created a group text message, so that's what it was. And you can leave the conversation, and so you no longer get the group messages. And so that was taking up a lot of my time. It was taking up a lot of my time to kind of figure out what they were talking about. I had to go back through the thread. I'm here. So, and then I told Idea Barista, pals, I have to now make my phone do not disturb. And so when I take off the do not disturb later, I have all these messages. And now I gotta go sort through all these messages because they've been chatting in this group chat all day long and planning events and planning this and doing that and doing this. And then I gotta go talk to my husband and say, hey, can we do this? What's going on? What's this like? They look like what's going on here? And then I have to go back to the group chat. So it was taking time that I did not appreciate and did not want my time co-opted in that way. And so I made a conscious decision. I sent a nice little message saying, hey, I appreciate all the things you guys are doing. I'm making some decisions and some new decisions in 2026. So I'm leaving this group chat. Message me directly if you need to chat. And so that was the message I sent, because I was like, I need to end this chapter. This is something I need to take back my time. This is not adding to anything beneficial for me. It's actually taken away. And it's taken away in a way that's not serving me and not leaving me feeling whole, because I wasn't appreciated for anything I would say or do. They would ask for me to participate in stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm helping with setup and take down all this other stuff and planning this and shopping for this and getting this. And then again, it was this whole all hands on deck. We're a village, we do this, without respecting people who had other obligations, other things that they want to do. It was my time. So I went away. Did anyone give you pushback? No, I left the group. I don't know. Nobody mess. And if they message me now, I'm here. So we'll see if I have messages afterwards. But no, I don't think so, because I said it in a polite way. So I said it in a polite way. Yeah. Such an intense feeling when you take those first steps, but truly will settle into relief. I know. That's how I feel about it. That's exactly how I feel about it. At first, I felt a little guilty. I felt a little bad. Like I said, this is a friend group that my daughter's friends, these were her friends from elementary. And it was a group of moms. And at the end of the day, you have this event, somebody's doing this and celebrating this and doing this. And before you know it, you constantly doing something a couple times a month. I mean, it was really that particular, where all of a sudden there's always something going on, always something going on. Expectations that all hands on deck. Everybody doing stuff, doing stuff for this kid and that kid and joining this and doing that. And then don't get me wrong, some of the things were nice events, very costly when you think about your budget and you going to dinner for this and celebrating this thing and doing that and buying a gift here and doing, you know. So yeah, that was the expectation. We've done that for years. Nobody asked. Like, if you guys are anybody in a room has ever had to participate in that, like buying a gift for this person, doing a gift for this, and doing this and doing it, yeah, constantly, and nobody asked like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you appreciate this? Do are you okay with this? No. So it's a chapter that needed to end, y'all. And when I went into 2024, I you said nope. How you doing, stranger? When I did it, and when 2024 hit, I had a similar moment where I had to let friendships go. Really, that friendship more or less brought me to TikTok. I have to be honest about it, because I wasn't actually, I was feeling that gap of time where I was talking to that person all the day, all the time, and doing little different things with that person, hanging out with them. This is one of my friends from childhood, and she would call. She lived in a different state, and she would call and talk for a couple hours here and there, and and then I was like, you know what, this person is, the energy drain was severe. Person was kind of toxic, actually. So I always felt like I was in this therapy session trying to help them. I was like, you know what, I need to let this go. This is gone. This is a long time coming. And I ended that friendship. And because I had that void, because she was taking, I didn't realize how much time she was taking. And I ended that friendship. Hello, friends coming in. And I said, you know what? Now I have time. And that's how I came across the ad that talked about TikTok shop and all this other stuff. And that's how I ultimately, you said felt, felt it 100. And that's how I ended up coming on TikTok, because that friendship had to end. That brought me here. And then I started engaging and spending my time in this way. The time I had free. As you said, double felt. And so with that, I came here, and now with 2025 and all that I've learned, wow, this is reoccurring for you. It is. It is. It is. The 2024 event happened like in August of 2024. This is December. And obviously December for me has been a month anyway, just because of all this happened here and how I want to support you all. We're talking about our goals a lot. Now this is in my psyche. I'm being intentional. And when I found myself sitting back looking at how I'm spending my time, I realized I need to do things differently. There's some chapters I need to close. Someone does something, you move away from it, and things open up for you. Something big is coming. Ooh, Nika, let me claim that, y'all. let me pin that comment. I'm gonna sit in that for a little bit. appreciate that. Not only reoccurring, but a reoccurring jump point. Look at y'all. I feel it. I feel it. I'm claiming it. I am absolutely claiming it. And and that's it. That's it. It has to be that way. I can't I think there is an awareness that I have now. There's an awakening, but there's truly an awareness that I'm saying, you know what? There are things I have done, I have been doing that is not serving me. There's things that I focused on and poured a lot of energy into that's not healthy. And now I'm at a point where I can say, okay, now I need to think about me and my well being. Because ultimately, I'm the only one that's going to really focus on me to any great extent. So I have to take care of me. And said, Quantum Leap Energy, oh my gosh, look at you. Y'all are doing it for me. I love this. This is truly a gift to give ourselves. I love that. That's it. Seriously. And if it's Quantum Leap Energy, I receive that too, because honestly, the time, like I said, the time I was spending, it was severe. It was significant. And again, for it not to be appreciated, that's telling. I enabled that. That's where I got to take the responsibility. I allowed that to happen. I allowed that to the extent where I used my time. I gave my time, and that person, that group, those individuals, to a certain extent, abused it. And in all for this whole concept of, oh, this is what we do. We allow people to take our time away. And let me be real. What lesson are we teaching our girls by doing that? Let's go Fire Horse 2026. Yes. What are we teaching our girls? That we allow people to do that to us for the sake of what? Friendship, family. We allow people to take our time and don't appreciate it. We allow ourselves to be subjected to things we don't want to do and don't have time and space to do because of friendships and stuff. That's okay. Like, what are we teaching? How you doing, Hope? What are we teaching them? And to me, that's a lesson. That's not a lesson I want to teach my daughter. That's not something I want her to do. There was a couple things that happened this semester for her, and she was really, really adamant about her time. And I respected that, and I told her, I said, hey, you can't participate in that. It's not your time yet. You need to stay focused. Hey, Doc, how you doing, Dr. James? You got to stay focused, because she's actually studying and preparing to take the MCAT in April. So she scheduled, paid for the test. She's scheduled to take it mid-April. And because of that, this fall semester, her study habits, the things she needed to do, she had to stay very focused. And some other stuff was happening around her, some things was going on, and she wanted to participate. I said, hey, you can't do that. I was getting into that today, prioritizing self-sacrifices as women. Ooh, yes. Yeah. Her friend group, they went to, here in Orlando, I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, where there was the football classic that happens here in Orlando. It's one of the college classics and football classics. And her friend groups were going. They were going to it. How about an education group? What you mean, education group? For my daughter, you meant? She is in a couple different study groups for the MCAT. She is, if that's what you're asking. But no, this is her friend group. Her friend group, you said us? An education group for us? Well, my Sunday meet, is that what you're talking about for the Sunday meetings? Sunday meetings are kind of that moment where we can come together. But let me know if that's what you're talking about. Yes, yeah. Sunday at 6:30. So we'll be meeting this Sunday. Yeah. But yeah, so they were going to the game, and my daughter had a test that was happening on that Friday when most of them was leaving. It was that Friday evening, and then she had a test the following Monday. And so she's like, she called. That's the weekend I went Sunday service. Sunday service, yes. That's the Sunday. That's the weekend I went to her school because she was like really upset about it. She was trying to figure out her time, and we went to the movies together. And so she was able to do her tests and study because she's like, "Oh, my friends are gone. I can't do what they're doing." She was having a moment, and I said, "You know what? You're on a different trajectory. You can't worry about other stuff like that. There are going to be some things you're going to, miss out on. That whole fear of missing out. I said there are going to be some things you miss out on, but at the same time, you are trying to do something very radical, very specific, and it requires you to stay focused. Okay? So you can't worry about what other people are doing. And whatever they got going on, they can hang out, they can do that. I mean, those moments you'll be able to capture some other times, but this is not your time. You got to stay focused. And that's the lesson we should be teaching our daughters, that you can take time for you and stay focused on what you need to do and not just do things because everybody else is doing it. Okay? Or what does it mean for you to sometimes silence your phone? You said new do. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Sometimes silence your phone, so that way you're not distracted by that stuff. Do the do not disturb. Now, my problem with the do not disturb, thank you so much, Dr. J. My problem with the do not disturb was that when my phone comes back on, I got to look at all these messages and I got to spend time doing that. And so for that reason, I left the group chat too because I was like, I don't have time for this. Okay. And I'm really focused on making sure that I stay focused on what I got to do and not what other people want me to do. Okay, especially people who don't appreciate my time. So that's a whole nother issue. But I need to stay focused. I accidentally leave my phone on do not disturb hours after my live stream. I know. I was telling pals that. That's what annoyed me. Maybe that's why this has become to the forefront for me too. Because usually those text messages will come through and I'll see little messages and I was like, okay, that's what they're talking about. And in my mind, I feel like I saw the message. I listened to, I read part of it because I can't see the whole message. But in my mind, I felt like I took note of it. But the do not disturb now requires me to go back and kind of binge these text messages. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so too much time. Running is a blessing. You came in the room, friend. I was talking about my sister here. Um, Hide your phone from yourself. That's easy, easy for me because I'm 70. Yeah. Yes. So running is a blessing. I was talking to you about her earlier. This is my friend for the marathon. And when I went to New York with her, she was so appreciative. This is the type of people you need in your life. I'm just gonna say that. When you make time for your friends, your family, in a way that they value and appreciate you making that time for you. You making that time for them. And recognizing you got all types of stuff going on. First of all, they respect your time, they appreciate your time, they understand that it is a sacrifice. And when you are asked to support them, they recognize that you made a conscious decision to be there and that was appreciated. So, you want people like that in your life. You don't want people who just assume that you're gonna drop everything and do what you got to do, and then all of a sudden you supporting them, and there's no appreciation for what you did. She's lovely and so funny. She is hilarious, y'all. Y'all are in for a treat. She is seriously, she's hilarious. She's quick witted. She's one of those people where she's able to think of something really quickly. Before you know, you're like, wait a minute. you're in stitches laughing at her. But yeah, she's a beautiful person. So my point of saying this is my new chapter 2026. I want you guys to think about where your time is being spent and if you're okay with it. If you're not okay with it, you're not okay with it. If it's here and going to different lives and connecting with different people and engaging with them and it's not fulfilling you, if you're not connecting in the right way, I would say take note of that and decide if that's what you want to continue to do. Take note of, is it helping you and uplifting you and serving you? She's so sweet. Oh, this is so good. I needed to hear this. Did you really, friend? I appreciate you. But think about what you're doing in a way that is going to support you in this next year. End of the year audit. Oh, I love that. That's it. It got to be an end of the year audit. So when I left that group conversation, that live that phone group chat conversation, it was important to me. I found time. I found peace. You know, It stung a little bit because I made that conscious decision to leave it. But at the same time, I needed to do that. Thank you, Dr. Alicia. She is a blessing in more ways than one. I love her more than she knows. Oh, you're so sweet. So yeah, I won't leave her group chat. Her group chat, I don't leave. I won't leave hers. Did you get the flash? I did not. TikTok did not give me the flash go. TikTok did not give me the flash go. So now I'm gonna get it. I wish I had the feature to do a to evaluate when it's gonna pop up. I don't have that feature. I still don't have the group chat. The topic is how to go live on TikTok. Thank you so much. I appreciate your idea, Marisa. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you. Y'all said I'm just gonna give my daily heart me. Thank you, Leanne. You're like TikTok playing too much. You gotta go. Leanne said, I gotta go find some time. I'm gone. I appreciate it, friend. But just do that on it. Oh, and I'll forget. Did you? Okay. You said I'll forget. Let me do it now because I'm gonna leave and forget to do it. But yeah, so yeah, she Run is a blessing. She's one of my college dear friends. She's a sister. I gotta say that because she's like, you get on there and tell those people I'm just some friend. I'm more than a friend. So I'm gonna get chewed out. So yeah, she is a sister, and but again, she's in a list of people. There's a short list. There's the kids. There's Run as a blessing and our other friend who, like I said, she's in chemo right now. So those two are my people, um, and then my husband. I had to add the husband to the list. I almost forgot about the husband. The husband is on the list, so he might pop in here one day and be like, "Hey, I almost off the list. What list is this?" So, so the husband is on the list. I just went and watched her content. Such great energy. She does have great energy. I need to go back and watch. You've been doing content, friend. A lot of content. I need to go back and watch. Um, yeah, she has live access, y'all. She snuck and did a live already. I told her, ma'am, you didn't want to let me know you were going live? Like what? So I need to make sure I set a reminder, set a live notification so I can see if she sneak and go live again. Maybe it'll pop up in time. But yeah, so that's how Nika did. Nika snuck and went live and nobody knew in the middle of the night. Driving soon, so I can't text back loves. Okay, all right, friend. And then so yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, Nika went live. I was like, really? So yeah, you guys reclaim your time. 2026 is ours. We don't allow people to take your time that is not deserving of your time. Okay. I told a couple people they came in to support. I know you did. I know. I didn't get the memo in time. That's what happened. All of ours. What you mean? All of your time? Is that what you meant? You said she'll have you in the streets in your body. You so wrong for that. I saw that, Bloom. I told you too. I just didn't believe you. Just didn't believe me. I didn't believe you. I missed it. I totally missed your first one. Thank you so much, the Cruising Bible Baddie. I appreciate your friend. 2026 is our time. It is. Oh, I love that. 2026 is our time. That's the theme. That's the theme for the year. Because we are talking about time. 2026 is our time. It is. And Bloom, correct me if I'm wrong. You said 2026 is a year. What is 2026? It's a year of new beginnings. It's 1 year of new beginnings. I think that's how you worded it. Good evening, friend. How you doing? Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate the connections. Appreciate everybody coming through. I do have the shopping cart on just to let you know. So I saw people coming and going and stuff. TikTok is very much looking at TikTok Shop in this last week before Christmas, essentially. And then you're seeing a big push right now. So throughout the weekend, I'm going to tell you guys this now. You might want to turn on your cart. You don't have to pin products. Thank you so much for viewing. You don't have to pin products, but just know it could bring a little bit more traffic to your room. Just because that's how the algorithm is acting right now. So you may not see as many without having that cart on. So I would say turn it on if you can. Okay. Let's see. Um, Yes, I love that. Yep. Good evening. Good evening. I see you level up. Had to go live so I could apply to the agency. You all were leaving me behind too. Oh, look at you, Fran, and you didn't caught up like tremendously. You're like, y'all not leaving me behind. Hello, Flourish. How you doing? A year, a 1 year. One is a year of new beginnings. 2025 is 9 year, the year of completion. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. It is. It's a year of completion. That chapter has completed. In 2026, my B-Day falls on the same day I was born. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I need to go back and look at mine. Okay. Or not. What's the or not? Let me see. Leave behind too. Had to leave behind or not. Gotcha. Um, hey Flourish, hey Flourish. I'm sitting on my balcony on on Bourbon. You still in New Orleans? Enjoy, friend. I joined the LY battle, and I'm excited. Oh, did you really? Wait a minute. I joined the LYA battle. You mean the creator the challenge? You said battle. Let me know what you meant. You want a battle for before the year's out? What you meant? What you meant by that? I just wanted to make sure I'm saying. You said battle, Janine. So maybe I missed it. Um, or not meaning shopping cart, bringing in more people haven't seen it. You said you haven't seen it. Um, okay. We'll keep doing it. You'll see. You should see a difference, especially with your live. You're literally showing the products. I signed up for the Diamond Dash. Oh, you did sign up for the Diamond Dash? Okay, awesome. Awesome. I thought it was a battle or is it a challenge for the diamonds? Yes, so it's the challenge. Okay, so really quickly, let me say this. So they both Flourish and and Janine are talking about the same thing. We now have, if you didn't hear me say this, this is for everybody in the agency. You got to click to join, but we now have our first official Creator Network campaign. It's a campaign that the agency is offering. It's a cash prize. It is our 5th month, end of the year. We're doing 5 top creators, not including myself. I should have put that in the fine print. I didn't know what it was going to look like. So honestly, I didn't realize I was going to be on the leaderboard like that. I didn't realize that. So I do need other people to join. So I'm not on the leaderboard. And with that, the top 5 excluding me. So if I'm in the top 5, I'm taking myself out. And number 6 will get it. My point is, this is a campaign. It's called the Diamond Dash. You can get points by doing double the points for doing matches, double the 1 point for doing for your live room. Um, so yes, that's what we're talking about. So you need to go to campaigns and join. I signed up and my hubby was saw I was in 13th place. He was like, "This is not this is not making me happy." He said, "You need to get on that leaderboard." I love that. Well, you had I mean, obviously you on vacay. So are you coming back before the vacay, before the month is out? How you doing, Shannon? Thank you so much. Are you when are you back on? Because I know there's a few other people who are doing vacations too. I think um, Pure Intentions. I need her to sign up. She's on it. She's going to be doing a vacation. There's a few other people. I think Gigi. I think I need her to sign up. She's going to be on vacation. So there are people. There are people who are not in there. I want them to get counted. But at the same time, there are some people who will be going on vacation too. When we sign up, it starts at 0. So, well, it starts at 0. Today's the first day, so it counts today. So if you haven't gone live yet, you don't have any points. I come here tomorrow. Came here tomorrow. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so today is the very first day, the 19th through the 31st. And if you haven't gone live, it started at midnight. So anybody who went live between over the night and to now, any diamonds you got, you'll be on the leaderboard. It said yesterday was the first day. Um, should have said the 19th. Should have officially said the 19th. But I don't know. It activated on the 19th because I thought I set it for the 19th and it took all of yesterday for it to even show up and you guys got a system notification. So it didn't officially start until the 19th because there was a countdown. It said coming soon when I clicked it. Hey Zen. Um, so Zen, I was saying there's the agency has its first official campaign. It's a Diamond Dash campaign. It's under the campaign settings. I want people to click to join. You guys got a system notification. If you click the system notification, you join by clicking. I think you still have to click join. Maybe. I think it takes you right to the join screen. They were already there with points this morning when I signed up. Yes. So those were people who had points over them in the middle of the night. Those voice chats. Just saying. Um, it says the 18th. I wonder if there's just a time difference. It should have said the 19th. When I clicked it yesterday, it said coming soon, so nobody was in there yet. I was one of the first people to see it, and nobody was on the board when I clicked it because it had to get to the midnight. So midnight it officially started. You said boo. You said I joined. Socinetta was on the board too. Socinetta had her voice chat, and she was on the board. Friends, yes. What's the prize? Cash prize. Go look at the details. I won't say it on the internet, but it's a cash prize for the top 5. But see, I was live this morning and got noticed this afternoon. Ooh, okay. You just said something. Let me show you 2 things. Flourish. See, we've been talking about this. Let me show you. Can you tell me where to go? Okay, I'm gonna show you where to go. 2 different places. Well, you can get there by two different ways. Hey, Soda Light, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Hey, pals. Just put in 11 hours from after midnight. See, so there's another way to do the campaign. Now, this is something that I may do in the future. We're gonna do more of these campaigns, where it's based on your lives too. So, and you can factor in how many times, how many hours you go live. You can have points for that as well. Yeah, it says midnight on the 19th. Yep, midnight on the 19th. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's when it officially started. So let's see, midnight on 19th, and then it should go to midnight on the 31st or 11:59 at least. Okay, so real quick, if you're on TikTok Studio, now you got a system notification. I'm going to show you. This is the first agency campaign. And again, just joined. Did you? Okay, awesome. This is the first one. I'm on the leaderboard. Again, top 5 win. I'm excluding myself. So ideally, y'all get up there because some of y'all go live pretty frequently. And so ideally, if I'm still in the top 5, number 6 will get in the top 5 because I'm excluding myself. I just wasn't able to put that in details because I didn't realize what it was going to look like. So I should have put that in there, but I didn't know that I was going to be on the leaderboard like that. So again, I'm not taking any of the prizes, okay, any of the spots. So really quickly, if you go to TikTok Studio, you go to live, and then if you go to campaigns, I have to explain some more of that. So if you go to campaigns, this is the first way to get to it. You click the little arrow, and then you don't see it on this account because this account is not part of an agency. But you guys are in an agency. It's going to say official on this side because it's going to list all of TikTok's campaigns. All of these different campaigns is the official TikTok campaigns. And then you guys will have another column that says the Creator Network. If you click the Creator Network, you'll see the campaign for the agency. So that's the one I'm talking about. Let me stay on this for a second. I'll show you guys the second way to see it. Let me show you this. So if you check and see if you have updates, I want you to, what's this doing that? I want you to then look to see if you see a little flag at the top right corner, because this is where you can now create campaign reminders. Campaign reminders here. What did I just do? I pressed the wrong one. Yes, campaign reminders. So Flourish, this is what you were saying. You got it after the fact. This is the campaign reminder. So hopefully it will show new campaigns such as the agency campaigns and the official. But you should have received a system notification saying to join. So you should have received a system notification saying there's a new campaign. Okay, I joined, says I'm 13. Okay, look at you. Awesome. Are you going live tonight? Let me know if you're going live because you do the crime stories in crocheting. Yes, okay. And then so here's the other place. So campaigns is right here. If you scroll down to tools and resources and then click the little arrow again, be nice arrow. You said I'm three. So Janana, go on here, friend. Okay, under here, you'll see it says join campaign because this is not on under an agency. But under here, when you click creator network, it'll have that you're with the agency. If you scroll down, it'll have campaigns and it'll show the agency campaign. You have the option to opt out. Everybody was entered into the campaign. You have the option to opt out if you choose to. Okay. Hello, friend. Get back. So definitely join. So you can officially be on the leaderboard. We're gonna do more of these campaigns throughout the year. Now, this particular campaign, I may have to create one more. I'm gonna say that sooner than later because TikTok, and I need to get clarity on my dates. TikTok has an agency campaign that's running, and the goal was for us to create this type of campaign. I had never done it before. I'll be honest with you. I assumed we weren't eligible yet because we were new, and then my point of contact sent me the message and said, "Hey, you need to participate in this." And said, "Create a showcase." That's what this is called, a showcase. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know I could do it yet." And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, you could do it." And so that's how I did it. Now, what she told me I need to participate in is that they're doing this agency campaign to get swag. So the top, I think it's the top five, will get swag, or maybe it's the top six. I got to go back and look at the rules. They get swag, TikTok swag, and it's pretty much swag that I can pass along to you all and kind of make that part of different campaigns that I do in the future. Um, so we're participating. We'll see. I'm not sure what that means for us to get on there, but the more that join, the more that we'll get points as an agency, and then obviously with the most points will be hopefully contender for this other campaign that's part of the agency campaigns. I need to check it and see if my campaign I just created fits the parameters. So that's the problem. So I'm not sure. I may have to create a new one if it doesn't fit the parameters for the TikTok campaign. I want to at least try to make sure we have options. Okay. You said, Ms. Darling, Dr. Lisa, I have to go to tools and resources. What do I push? You don't have to go to tools and resources, but you can. It's you're gonna push the option that says creator network. That's where you get your referral code. Anybody who needs to refer people, that's where the referral code is. Campaigns that the agency has will be there. So all the information for the agency is under the creator network area. So we rank up through gifts, duration of life. Actually, so for this campaign, it's the diamonds you collect. So it's from primarily from the gifting. As you are in your live, it's the diamonds that you're collecting. So you get 1 point for a for regular diamonds. You get 2 points for match diamonds. So someone like you, Zen, who do those battles throughout your live, you can definitely double dip. You'll get your 1 point for your regular diamonds and 2 points for those other diamonds. So you would have more points on the board because of that. So yeah, it's based on how you operate. Thank you, you're welcome, friend. There is a campaign. It's funny you said how many times you go live. That's the one where I have to confirm if I'm gonna have to do another campaign because I think that's a factor. How many days live? So I may have to put that in there. So I'm gonna check and see if that's part of the criteria. And so it may be another, and I might name it just Creator Network campaign or something. I may make it so that you guys know it's part of the bigger TikTok agency campaign. So don't be surprised if I come back with a new campaign we got to do next week. So I saw something that blew my mind. Enigma, can you speak to this when you get a second? Sure, give me 1 second. Got it. I'm number 10. You're number 10. Congratulations, friend. So Enigma is a new feature um, in the in our it's probably buried now. It's probably a little further down the list of things that's in our school platform. In the community area, I think I tagged the Enigma, or I posted about the Enigma new feature. But essentially, you said blew my mind. But yeah, somebody could purchase this feature that allows you to have where you come in. Um, under the radar. Nobody can see you. You're called an enigma, so nobody knows it's you, and you are more or less incognito mode for 7 days, and you got to pay a fee to do this. And then essentially you can engage based on how you choose. You can send gifts, you can, send comments, but nobody knows the comments are yours. So you're in enigma mode. Anybody else? Did I miss anything about the feature? Let me know if there's something else I missed about that feature. But yeah, so people, I was teasing and saying, like if Taylor Swift or Beyonce wanted to come in and they didn't want to be known as Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they can be an enigma and send gifts that way and visit family members and people would not know it's them. So that's kind of what it is. It's a fee of I think 130. Is that the fee? $130 to do it, and you're an enigma for 7 days with that feature. And then I feel like there's some other things to it. They can send private chats that only the hosts and mods can see. Yes, that too. Yep. So I think they can even turn that feature off though. So it's up to them. So there's a lot of little flexibility with turning that feature on, where you can allow certain people to see you, not see you. So yeah, so it's definitely a new feature. I think it's a great idea if that's something you want to do. You figure if you just want to sprinkle joy and people not know it's you, and you just want to come in and say, I'm going to send this gift, and nobody knew. You said, blew my mind. So, zero cost Enigma burner account. That's true. If you just wanted to be your backup to your backup to your backup, nobody knows out there. And you just have a little random name, and people are like, hey, I'm gonna be an enigma. You said 130 for 7 days on top of the gifts. I want to get there. I heard that, pals. I feel you, friend. Yep. So yeah, it is very much that. You can decide if you got the money. Maybe you say it at 130. But no, it actually is a pretty cool feature because it comes in as Enigma, and it has this like nice little mystic ninja type feel to it. So you have that person come in and they shower. I don't know. Has anyone? I think did Halleck you say she had gotten an Enigma gift before? It was I think her vote gift was that an Enigma? I felt like she said she had an Enigma experience. I did screenshots. I was going to send it to you. Yeah, yeah. So it's there, and then I think there's a campaign for it now too. I feel like there's a campaign up here that speaks to Enigma. Nice. She's gotten a few. She's gotten a few Enigmas. Oh, really? Nice. So yeah, it says Enigma match. Team up with Enigmas. So I don't know what that means. Ends in 3 days. So yes. Um, you can click the gift box and then the crown and all the details are there. Yes. Let me pin this. Nika, Zen, if you get a chance. Well, I think you've seen it already. That's what you were sharing that you was going to send me the screenshots. But yeah. Um, Yeah, it's something we talked about when it first launched. So yeah, it's out there. Um, so let me know who is going live. I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes. We're about to hit the 2 hour mark. So I'll stay on for a few more minutes. But who is going live? Um, and if you are going live, just make sure you are um, signed up for the agency challenge, our campaign, so we can get those points tracked. Okay, I would love to see everyone participate. And you said you and your Enigma friend against someone else and their Enigma friend. I think that's what I saw. It's like an Enigma match, I guess. Like, how do you know your Enigma friend? Like, who is it? I guess you know because they can tell you who they are. Okay, that's a cool idea. Um, there are Enigma battles coming up. Yeah, that's what Pals I think was talking about. So our campaign is just to go live. So Trinana, As of now, yes, it is going live with Diamond. So you're getting points based on your engagement in your room. So yeah, so that's what's happening. And then, oh, the part two of this. If you want to schedule a battle, a match, you said true, maybe they're assigned, no idea. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. If you want to schedule a match between, I'm gonna say at this point, probably Sunday might be the earliest I can do. Sunday and the 31st. So we're gonna try December. If you want to schedule a match, let me know. Now, I had some people who want to do like the latter part of New Year's 27th through the 31st. Had a few people because it's in school. You're fine with messaging me there. You can respond to my email I sent out earlier. It's up to you in terms of how you want to communicate. If you want to send me an inbox, that's helpful as well. But let me know. I would need to know your username, your date you would like to do it, and the time. Okay. I'm trying to compile the list of people who want to do it towards the end of the last week of the month. I'm trying to get a list running so I can just have a list that I submit in the database and try to get those matches coordinated. So we'll see. I may work on a few because I think it's a little early to try to get it coordinated. I don't want to get it lost. So they usually send messages that are like kind of earlier or that are about to come up. So if you're trying to do something, let me know. How you doing, Vibe Wellness? Appreciate your friend. So sign up for the agency campaign. I'll recap in a second. And then also let me know if you want to try to get a battle in. If you're someone who's sitting back now saying, I'm not sure if I want to battle, blah, 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 maybe do it at the end of the year. You said I'm almost healed. All right, friend. I love it. I love it. Wait a minute. You were sick? No, laryngitis. Laryngitis. Okay. I was supposed to say, wait a minute. Because I was thinking about Mr. Ernest. I was like, the weather? No, you had laryngitis. So hopefully you're feeling better, friend. You said almost healed. Yeah, definitely drink lemon tea. Thank you all for getting your daily heartbeats and those populars. I appreciate you, friend. Um, so agency, we have officially our first campaign. So I want everybody to join it. All you have to do is click the area to join. And you show up, you see where you're out on the leaderboard. It started officially today. So if you went live, you got points and coins. It's a way to get on the leaderboard. Just had my first live today. Thanks to all agency folks who showed up to support. Awesome. I missed it. I'm sorry. Linus, how are you feeling? You said you're getting better. And then when are you going live again? I'm gonna try to pop through, friend. Um, so yeah, so just know that you want to sign up for the agency campaign. So if you haven't done so, definitely take a minute, sign up for it, and then I want to make sure we're tracking all the people who are collecting diamonds, and hopefully, we can have a friendly competition as people see where they're at on the leaderboard, but also making sure if you want to do what do you call it, a battle, you can also sign up for a battle. Okay. All right, my dear friends. Anybody else who's going live tonight? Where's the agency campaign? Okay, I'm going to show you. Let's see. Let me show it one more time for our friends here. So if you're on your main page, go to TikTok Studio. Okay. You're going to go to the live side. You're going to scroll to campaigns. So when you're on live, you see the campaign area. You're going to come here. Nice. He said I'm going live at 5:30 my time, 5:30 your time. That's right, you're West Coast. So I think that's 8:30 Eastern time. Okay. And when you're under campaigns, you'll see right at the top. You guys don't see it on this account because it's my shop account. But when you go here, it's going to say official, which is all these different campaigns. So you're going to be under the official tab. But at the next to it, you'll see Creator Network. And if you click the Creator Network tab, it'll take you to the area where the campaign is. Okay. And any if I'm currently on the leaderboard, I think I'm high. Because not everybody has signed up yet, so I'm still there. I will tell you right now, based on the numbers of who has gone live today, I would not be on the leaderboard. I'm going to tell you that now. So there's some people who have not signed up. They're live now. They have not signed up yet. So just know, um, things will shift as they join. So they just need to click the button to join. So once you join, you'll show up on the list. You said I'm number one. I won't be number one. Okay, I won't be number one. Once Pure Intentions, once the original Aborigine, once Lisa Lives, once who else? Um, my favorite, for a journey. There's some people in the agency that be rocking and rolling. So there, yes, your girl. I might be top 10, but I ain't gonna be one. So there's plenty of people who will knock me off, and so just know, um, I'm not counting myself anyway. So that's what I want to share. I'm not counting myself anyway. Top 5, we got a cash prize. You can click the details, and again, the more you go live, the more you get diamonds. I will probably have to create one other campaign to satisfy the Creator Network challenge that's out there. So I'm gonna see. I gotta see if I gotta do a new one just to make sure I fit their parameters. So there may be two, and all you have to do is join, and there's nothing special. You just see where you land on the leaderboard. And so we may have two that's gonna happen at the same time. Right, so I'm in the challenge in spirit. You're so funny. I'm in a challenge in spirit. Me too. I'm coming for your spot, coach. I love that. I love that. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, perfect. Nika Grace, I love it. And so yeah, there's some people who be rocking and rolling. And then here's the game changer. I'm gonna say this out loud. Um, if you put in a battle or two, that'll make your numbers go up too. So just recognize those who battle. Like I said, Zen, she does the battles in her live all the time. Um, there's some other people who are gonna get some battling in already. They've requested some official battles. So we're gonna it's gonna be a good month. We're gonna see how this works in the last, 2 weeks or so. Okay. Luna is live. Luna's live right now. Awesome. So let me know if there's any last. Okay, where are we doing the New Year's Day battle? You said where are we doing a New Year's Day battle? What you mean? Who somebody signed up for a New Year's Day? We could have that out there. I love that. We could have a New Year's Day battle. Absolutely. You said are we? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We will have a New Year's Day battle. We can see who wants to sign up for it. We'll put it out there. Going live at 6:30 a.m. All right, and tomorrow morning at 8:30, and tomorrow afternoon at 2. Okay, look at you. All right. So I'll convert that in my time. I'll see. 6:30 a.m. Okay. I think that's 9:30. Okay, I might be able to pop in at that time. Yeah. And then 8:30 is right. 12:30. Okay. I think all those work. Um you said I meant, what you mean? You meant something else? 6:30 p.m., not a.m. Is that what you meant? Because I was like, I didn't take you for a 6:30 a.m. person, but maybe so. Is that what you meant? You said, let me switch this up. I didn't mean 6:30 a.m. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. That's what I thought. I was thinking, I said, I don't know if that's Linus. Linus like, look here, I ain't mean that. Awesome. All right. Hey, Simply, how are you, friend? Okay, so everybody sign up for the agency campaign. If you go into campaigns on the live home screen, live center, go to TikTok Studio Live. How you doing? Simply click TikTok Studio and then click live and then click agency. I'm sorry, campaigns, and then you'll see Creator Network and you'll see our campaign there. Thank you so much, favorite. I'm going to um, I'm going to confirm if I have to create a new one to meet the criteria. I'm doing well, thank you. So you might see a new one that pops up. If there's a second campaign running, just know what I created before wasn't acceptable to meet the criteria for the campaign challenge. I'm sorry, the Creator Network challenge that's out there. So I do believe I need to make a couple things change about it, but we're gonna keep going. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for that. And I will. I'm gonna head off in a little bit. I think I hit the 2 hours mark. I appreciate everybody coming through. Let me know if there's any final questions before I head off. Um, we'll do a recap tomorrow morning, but we're reclaiming our time based on what we want to happen in 2026. We're reclaiming our time. We are adding the challenge campaign for TikTok shop. I'm sorry, for TikTok agency that we're doing there. So we're gonna add the agency. What's the name of the agency battle? Um, Let me make sure I understand your question. I said if you want to schedule a battle, you said sorry. Let me if you want to schedule a battle between pretty much Sunday, I would say as of Sunday. You said no. Sunday to the end of the month, the 31st. Let me know and I'll try to get something coordinated for you. So maybe you want to do something before the holidays. Maybe you're trying to do something before the new year. Um, and let me know, and I'm going to coordinate some battles. The agency campaign. The agency campaign is called Diamond Dash, the LYIA, so Launch Your Income Agency, End of Year Showdown. That's what it's called. Yeah. So it's only one in there right now. So Diamond Dash. Yeah, that's the one we're doing. So yeah, if you want to do a battle, and then favorite, you said a new year, a new year battle event is what we need to coordinate. So I'll put that out there as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Leanne. Appreciate your friend coming through. Anybody who has not joined, let me know the campaign, but I want you all to join it so we can start getting on the leaderboard and getting used to the agency campaigns. Why are there still treasure boxes available? I think because of the quest, maybe. And if people are doing, well, let me take that back. Live Fest hasn't ended yet. Live Fest ends on the 22nd. So Live Fest is still going on. I'll be open for December 1st battle. Okay. I mean January 1st battle. Okay. That sounds cool. So I'm gonna coordinate something. We're gonna do, so I'll do a list. I'll do another list and request. Hey, Gladiator friend. I'm going to do another list and request for people to join a New Year's battle. Okay. And so what we'll do is make it an official agency battle on New Year's Day. I'll probably create another campaign for that. So those who are in the campaign, they'll have an official battle they have to coordinate. So we'll do all that stuff. So I would say for the New Year's first battle, I'm going to ask people to tell me what time they want to battle. And so people will have some choices there. Okay. So we'll put that out there just so that we can get enough people to sign up. And if you are interested in battling on January 1st, we'll put that out there. Okay. All right, my dear friends, I appreciate you. Let me know if there's any questions in the meantime, and then we'll come back together tomorrow. I may come on and do a voice chat depending on how my my league looks by then. 56. It's touch and go. Just depends on. I may have to jump on just to make sure I support, but that is totally fine. I appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you so much for joining. And let me edit my goals just so I can say I completed it. And I will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock if I don't come back tonight. All right. Take care. Bye bye. All right. Claim your points if you didn't claim any points, real quick. All right. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you all. Take care. Bye bye.